Outlander Season 7, Episode 12, opens with John and Jamie slinking out of town. Jamie is being his typical amiable self, but John is in a panic. Jamie says that the soldiers tried to search him at the checkpoint, so he fled and became their target. When they finally reach the woods, John, who can no longer bear it, confesses that he and Claire had sex while thinking about Jamie. Jamie punches John in shock. At home, William assumes the worst about Geneva and asks Claire about his birth. Claire tries to explain, but when he realizes that Jamie, John, and Isobel lied to him, it gets worse. He storms off after destroying everything in his path. When Arabella, a hooker, invites him in, he complains about his birth and John's dishonesty. She throws him out after he loses control of his emotions and lashes out at her. The next morning, Claire rolls out and John won't give Jamie the whole truth, so Jamie keeps punching him. John is forcibly taken prisoner by some American soldiers who happen upon them. Since his relative General Charles Gray is accountable for the Paoli massacre, they seek retribution. Additionally, despite John's insistence that he is no longer a British soldier, they discover a letter about him that leads them to believe he is a spy. George Washington, who has letters of contribution from French allies, meets with Jamie in the interim. He is elevated to brigadier general with his own battalion by Washington, who is impressed. Because the Americans are advancing in large numbers, William is asked to evacuate the town's loyalists. He encounters Ian and Rachel, who are on their way back from a disappointing visit to the Quakers who are fighting and have not granted them their blessing. Before punching Ian, William congratulates them on their engagement. Before he admits that he is aware of Jamie's true identity, the couple is perplexed. Since they look alike, Rachel is not shocked, which infuriates William even more. When he makes fun of Jamie, Ian becomes enraged and retaliates. Following a fight, Ian is taken into custody by the Redcoats. Rachel bemoans the fact that William has made her compromise her non-violent beliefs and slaps him. She spits on him after he kisses her, and then chases after Ian. It turns out that Denzel, who examines John's bruises, is Smith's doctor. John admits that he asked Jamie for a beating after being startled to see a bruised eye. Before Smith summons him away for a consultation, Denzel is relieved to learn that Jamie is still alive. It turns out that Smith is called for Wayne, not Washington, and that John is worth more dead than alive. Denzel smuggles a scalpel to John as they prepare to hang him. John tells Margaret. At last, Jamie approaches Claire, who is concerned about John. By saying they made love, he exposes that John wanted Jamie to murder him. She tells him about her suicide attempt because he wants to know the whole truth and doesn't want to grieve alone. She acknowledges that she initiated the contact. She needed to feel something because she was numb. John gave in to her pressure and even let her strike him. Jamie experiences a range of mixed feelings after inadvertently calling Claire a drunkard and a loose woman, which infuriates her. After he has calmed down, he explains that his jealousy is the reason he feels hurt. When he admits that John was the one who helped him get over Culloden and Geneva, it appears that he is also angry with himself for feeling it. They concur that nothing can keep them apart in spite of everything. They hook up after Claire tells him she is his wife. It would be very tragic for our father-son pair if they were unable to make amends prior to John's passing. The only thing William can think about, even during an identity crisis, is his father. Then there is our self-destructive John, who would even provoke Jamie to kill him because he feels so bad about having an affair with Claire. The reunion and confrontation between Jamie and Claire, however, is undoubtedly the high point of Season 7B. He is not this idealistic, serene, flawless, kind, and understanding man. He is still the irritable, sardonic, and hopeless romantic Jamie that we met in Season 1. Well, Claire's temperament is similar to his, and she has no qualms about correcting him, even though she explains herself. Fans have been following them for 7 seasons in a row because of their raw and passionate confrontations and fights.